Good morning, sim fans. Racing 393 for my next week's exploits in the 360 cubic inch sprint car series on iRacing. I finished up with not bad results from Charlotte, the dirt track at Charlotte. Had a few sort of instances, shall we say, with some people that had a lot of very large opinions. We won't go into that here. You can, if you've seen the video, you'll see what I mean. So on to the next round. And we're at Lanier National Speedway. So I had a quick look into this. Well, I was trying to find whether the World of Outlaws actually do race there, because this is a paved oval, effectively. As you can see on the screen there, late models, legends, open wheel modifieds race there. So it's never really been a dirt oval. This is something which iRacing have just sort of converted, so you can have the dirt or the asphalt, tarmac. I can never say that word. But looking at sort of the little blur bridge there, interestingly, the track hasn't been run properly since 2011, so it sort of stopped its weekly racing program after the 2011 season. Got another owner and renamed the track a Lanier Raceplex in 2014. But reading the bottom there, it seems that it's yet to, like it says, bear its fruits of labour. I'm guessing that it might even not be running to the sort of the capacity that it should, and it's not dirt. I mean, it says short track style racing, so it is only sort of local short track paved stock car stroke racing, or whether they're open, late models and open wheel modifieds. It kind of sounds like the track isn't going to be there for much longer, even if it still is. I had a quick look online, and they still do like other events. It's got what's it say on there? It's got like a raceplex, so it's not just the oval there. There's other things. There's karting, which I did read, so you can go and book a karting event. No different to what you can do over in the UK. I didn't look into any more detail than that. Going by the website, there's other events that go there as well. So yeah, it just seems just affect the UK. It happens over there as well. So it's a very sort of it's not what's the word I want to look for? It's a very rough, uneven time for motorsport in general and these kind of small time tracks. So anyway, we're going to do a little bit of practice. I've done some setups. I'm just going to talk you through my 360 sprint car around Lanier Dirt Oval, which yeah, it's good fun. I find this track really hard. I've done 2 setups, race and quali. I can't really put. I don't know how I'm going to do like a 30-lap feature without crashing. Put it that way, and maybe that's because I don't know whether it's it's a scanned track with iRacing's dirt mod, if you like, put over the top, as opposed to a scanned dirt track. I don't know whether, if this was dirt in real life, is it just a case of putting the dirt on top for the shape? I don't know. I've got my own opinions on that. I think in theory it makes sense. You've got a paved oval just covering dirt, and away you go. I suppose that's how they're done, isn't it? I don't know. I just think for this track, it isn't easy to get around it, which I'll show you now. So you kind of run out of outside line. You come around the outside, and all of a sudden the fence is there. I've tried it at various different configurations of usage. It might just be how I've set it on there, because you've got a little slider with the percentage. We can have like no usage or loads of usage. And it's just really, really slick in the corners. You can't get a good drive off these corners. You're always washing up to the outside, and if you take the inside line, it's very slow. So I did do a 12.9 around here. 13 dead tends to be where I'm at. I've looked online about the sort of the world records. They're much higher than that. I say much higher. That's the wrong way, isn't it? They're a lot lower than my time. So they're in the 11s. If I could get low 12s, mid 12s, that would be my aim. But I'm not sure if I'm going to get there. So I'm going to put my headset on. I was a little bit, I don't know, sitting a bit too far forward. I don't know. That seems alright. That seems okay. So let's see how we get on. So I'll just take you around the track. You can see it is banked. You can see these this part here on the track here. I mean, it's slick as hell there. I don't know if that's wet or... I think it's wet. But you've got no grip, and you find coming out of here you kind of run out of room on the bend comes back into you, so you've got to stay like a high line around here. But I don't think it's the fastest way around, to be honest, up here. And you come around here, invariably you clip the wall on the outside there.
That last lap was a 35.8.
So I'm in quali setup, so there's not a lot of fuel in here. So we'll give it a go. We'll see how we're getting around here.
That was a 2.5. Time was 13.8. That lap time was 13.6.
Playing the throttle.
You've just done a 13.4. Done a 13.7. That puts you number 3, slower than your best. The lap time was at 13.4. Last lap time was at 13.5. You're now 0.1 off your best.
So as you can see, it's a bit of a harem scarum type of track. So I'm going to pull up here. Yeah, as you can see, this when you're on this sort of dark bit, it just might. It's probably the state of the track that I'm in. So, but as you can see, when you go around this, there's more grip off this corner than there is the other one. And what I found is to get round this track, you've got to put the front wheels down on the slick line, so the back tyres, the rear tyres, bite into the dirt as you're going around. It's very, very narrow up here. So I'm just thinking with other cars, so I've gone wide there, and you have to play with the throttle. coming in and out of the throttle all the time. You can see it straightened up there, then it's gone back again. And you know, typically with these cars, you steer with the throttle. You have to. You tend to use the brake. You shouldn't really use too much steering, to be honest. Just enough. The brake or the deacceleration tends to sort of pull you in because they've got so much stagger. They don't drive in a straight line. But you can see you can go out wide. There's not a lot of room. Here, I did 9 laps. There's only 5 laps there. I did hit the wall once here. I sort of came in too sort of close. So you can set it up going in, but it wants to straighten up. You can see me turn the wheels there. And it's just that slick bit I'm struggling with. It's probably, you know, I know I can change the state of the track. I'm not too concerned, but it might get like that in the racing. And I know, you know, I'm no expert on World of Outlaws. I'm really not. I mean, I know a little bit about stock car racing in the UK. That's quite close there. And you know, there are a lot of similarities. I have been, as I said in previous posts, videos, I've been to see these in America. It's probably one of the best spectacles I could imagine. It even kicks the arse out of NASCAR, and that was then when NASCAR was good. It has its moments now, but this is far worth it. It's worth it. I've said to a friend of mine, I'd get into debt to go and watch these in the States because they're that good, let alone do them. So you can see I'm sort of trying my line. We're on lap 7. We're not quite as wide there going round. You can see we've kind of got it on a very slight drift, but it's under power, and it gets a bit loose coming out. And that's what I lose time there because the car straightens up. I get very, very close to the wall, and then we've got to set it in. Ideally, the front wheels want to stay on that shiny bit, which is what I was trying to do here. So I'm not as wide, not there anyway. And it's held on one, you know, little bit of a correction on the wheel, but it's on a drift going round. And that was quite a neat, tidy corner in my opinion. And it goes down low, and then it gets on the slick, which is what throws the car the other way, and it sort of upsets it. But we're staying low, and what I've decided to do is keep the tyres down low this time. And what happens is I can keep the power on round the corners on the grippy bit. Well, that's the plan. I'm sure there's more technicalities to that than what I'm giving you. I quite like this view because I can sort of watch the lines that are going into the corners and how much steering input I'm putting onto the car. Again, if you look here, I'm trying to keep that inside front tyre on the slick bit, so I've come in a bit tighter to keep it lower. I've done a bit of change of colours on my car really. The main difference being the wheels. They were black. I've gone white because of, I think I hit the wall there, so that didn't do a lot of good. White for the older race Weller wheels. Those that know me will know what I mean. So that was a bit extreme then, as I went too wide, and that was the end of my the end of my run there. So yeah. I'm going to have another go. I'm going to request a new car. If you look at have I got my splits there? See what's going on here. So optimals are 12.8. I mean, that would be quite good, so I can do it. I don't know how I'm going to do that. This tab here. I've got to get a lot lower than this. I need sort of low 13 zeros or ones, consistent. And that is only in my quali setup. So I'm going to quick go of my race setup. So that one, we'll open that. I'm done. And again, putting just fuel in the car absolutely changes the car. Beyond what you could imagine, beyond what I would think. And you know, I used to run in the ovals over here, the UK ovals, and used to always run full of fuel because I didn't want to run out. Never did. It never used half the fuel. But in thinking back, maybe it wasn't. They weren't was it 3 gallons, 5 gallons maybe? Can't remember. So it wasn't a lot, but it wasn't running on fumes at the end. And that's the fuel tank again was at the back in the car that I raced. So there's probably a bit of method there what I didn't actually do. So could have gone a bit quicker maybe. So this has got like about 20 gallons in, 22 gallons. I'm not even sure that it should be that much anyway. I haven't worked it out yet. Right. Car does feel different. Nope.
That lap was at 15.2. You're currently 1.9 seconds off your best. That lap time was 14.7. You're now 1.4 seconds slower than your best.
Right, we're back here again. We're going to do another couple of laps. I was nowhere near what my pace would have been, but it makes so much difference in race trim to quali trim. That's the problem. This is probably where my lack of knowledge shows. There we go. One damaged car. You see how I'm struggling on that. No grip down there.
That lap was at 14.0. You're now 0.7 off your best. Your lap time was 13.8. You're currently 0.5 slower than your best.
Yeah, not very good.
Lap time was 13.8. That puts you 0.4 slower than your best. Your last lap time was at 13.5. You're now 0.1 off your best.
There we go. That's got to have damaged it now. Yeah, it's really hard. I mean, I think I might need to sort of look at my setup a little bit more.
Look out for the pit speed limit.
So there we have it. That's the race setup. I think it does need a lot more tweaking, to be honest. It's kind of a lot more tail end. It's a lot more. It's tight, very very tight. So there's the first bit there that sent me into the wall. It hasn't damaged the car, but it's kind of what it is kind of lift off oversteer. That's what it's doing, and I need to look up what causes that. And you've got, as you've heard in the quali mode and setup and race setup, you've got to feather the throttle. I don't hold too much hopes at this track, to be honest, at the moment. And the race starts tomorrow morning, so I won't be filming that one. I don't think. I'll have a couple of attempts at racing it first. Then I'll do a film on one, but you can see even that's a lot more. Well, not tight, is it? It's not the word. What's the American? It's loose, isn't it? I have to try and use the terminology because it's sort of how you, when you read it, it's what you interpret it as. Yeah, so it's loose. Tight means you've got it understeers basically. So there we go. So that's my kind of take on the speedway and the sort of what I'm going to do or what I'm not going to do. I hope you enjoyed the sort of a bit of a briefing there, and I should see you at some point during the week for my first attempt. Well, the first attempt that you'll see at a race round here. So thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.